to publish or not to publish your flat fees. Hi, y'all. This is Brita Long for the Happier Attorney, and this is the channel where we talk about flat fees and mindset and all of the things that you can do to be a happier attorney. So I get asked all of the time, do you publish your flat fees like on your website or not? And the answer that I give is I'm an attorney. So the answer is it depends. So the case for publishing is that it weeds out people who are completely unable to pay for your fee. So, or unwilling to. So that you're not wasting your time and their time for an initial consultation. The case for not publishing, I think, is a little bit stronger, quite frankly. While at first blush, it might seem like you're weeding out people who can't afford your services if you publish. What you are actually doing is weeding out the people who maybe could, but just don't understand the value of your service yet. And if they came in for an initial consultation, they might. Okay. So you're also getting rid of all of those people if you publish. And I think that you can do so much to save those people during the initial consultation, because that's when you are really demonstrating to them why they need your services and why they are going to be better off hiring you versus competing on price and going to a cheaper firm. And you're losing some of those people because they just haven't gotten there mentally on understanding your value, okay? And value pricing is also very case specific. It's very factually specific. And so if you publish your fees ahead of time, you're going to be stuck with those fees. And it's going to be difficult when you get, let's say, what I call the holy crap case or matter that comes in you need to exceed your published fees. That's going to be a really difficult conversation when they've seen on the website that you charge, let's just say, between $5,000 and $10,000, and then they come in and it's actually a $40,000 case. That's it. Publishing takes away some of your flexibility there. Okay. And so if you are new to a practice area, or you are not fully established as the go-to attorney, I would not recommend publishing your fees, okay? You can inform and cue people in that you are not competing on price, that you are not the cheapest attorney in town, in a variety of other ways that will tell them the quality of your website, your staff, your healthy initial consultation fee. Okay. If you are charging, let's say $400 or $500 for an initial consultation fee, that is cueing them that, oh, she's not going to be cheap. Okay. And that's going to weed out a whole lot of those tire kickers, those people who only wanted cheap. That's the way to do it. You can also have videos on your website that start prepping them for thinking about your service and the value of your service. All of those cues will help establish who you are and what your price is. And this is what every other business does, right? So think of it in your own life. No one walks into a fancy restaurant or a high-end shop expecting cheap prices. Because even before you see the price tag, you've seen, oh my goodness, they're in a great area of town. This shop is beautiful. The quality of their clothing is beautiful. It's already cued in, oh, this ain't going to be cheap. Same with like a high fancy restaurant. You walk in and all of the visuals are telling you this is going to be a pricey meal, right? You wouldn't sit down at a fancy restaurant that had great service and look at the menu and expect to get a nice dinner for, $10.99, right? You're expecting a high price. So you can cue your potential clients in a lot of different ways so that they are not expecting cheap. And only if you are the go-to attorney, you are so established that you are just trying to get rid of people, okay? Then I think if you want to publish your fees, fine. But with the caveat that when you publish, you need to put that you have the discretion to increase the fee in certain circumstances, okay? That, this is the basic, this is the baseline, and other facts will create, say, bespoke pricing, okay? So for instance, our prices start at X. Our prices start at $5,000 or whatever. And over a certain level, we have bespoke pricing. That way you're weeding out the people who would never pay $5,000, who just don't get it, okay? But again, only if you are the go-to person. But remember that like other products or other services, when they are really the go-to person, what do they say? They say price upon request, right? So, and remember that weeding out the people is a good thing unless you are creating a practice that is high volume, short duration, surface product and service, which is okay. Then you don't need to weed out so many of these people. So but then you have to think of how many people you actually have to bring in. So let's say you need to gross $30,000 a month. You can do that with 15 new clients for 2 to 3,000, or you can do that for 2 to 3 clients, but then you have to charge 10 to 15,000. Okay? Which practice do you want? You can't have it both ways. Either you want a healthy price or you want high volume. Either is fine, but then you have to be consistent with that. All right? Otherwise the numbers don't work. So whether you publish your fee or not is entirely up to you. However, again, I would advise you to wait until you are the go-to person, because the issues with publishing just far outweigh the benefit. I don't see any great benefit that can't be addressed in other ways. So, and when somebody calls and they do want some pricing information, you can have your staff or you be honest with them. Our range, that's what the initial consultation is for, is to set that fee. And our prices start at X. And that's what the attorney will talk to you about, is what the price is. That's what we're here to determine, but we don't compete on price. We compete on service. We compete on quality. Okay. So that, I hope, gives you some insight. When in doubt, I wouldn't publish. That's up to me. I don't publish, but I give a range. And that way, if somebody is absolutely not willing to pay my minimum, okay, that's not my person. All right. So I hope this was helpful to you. Please like, subscribe, comment so that other attorneys can also get this information one by one. We can really help this profession out, and we can be a little bit happier and working with each other with happier people. That's a good thing. So if you also have questions about me or working with me or speaking, just go to the link below, breedalong.com, and we will see you on the next video. Take care.